Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today I will show you how to make a shadow map like this. So when you walk around you will reveal some of the map like this, and here you can see we will find an enemy over here, and with this script you will have the possibility to increase and lower the radius, and I will show you how to make this edge here much smoother if that is needed. This depends on the plane that you are using as shadow. Yeah, let's get to it. So just to show you what I have in my scene right now, when I hit the play button here, I have a player here, as you see over here. And I have a simple movement script. I have a collider pin. I have a rigid body, and that's actually it. I have a ground plane. This is a plane made in here in Unity by right-clicking 3D object plane, and I have just named it ground. I have a mesh collider on it. And that's basically it. Yeah, and then you need your main camera as well for this tutorial. In my case, I just have it on the player, so it will follow me when I'm walking around. This is not necessary for the tutorial, so if you have your main camera outside the player, it's fine as well. This is only how I have set it up. Yeah, so the first thing that we will need to do is we need to have a overlay, this black overlay, and this will need to be an object I have made in Blender. I guess you can do it in many other programs as well, but I will just show you here how to create it. If you see here, I'm inside Blender. And if you hit Shift A and pick the mesh and the plane, I will explain you here in a second why we need to do it here and can't make a plane in Unity. And here simply just hit the S button and scale it up, and then go into edit mode with tab, or you can change it up here. Hit Ctrl R to make a cut, and this depends how smooth you want the shadow to be, because let me show you here in a second. If I do like this and hit OK, do the same the other way, something like this, all these vertices, with the script we are gonna make, we will find these vertices, and then it will, you know, like round off these corners to make this yeah, so the darkness will go away, and you can see where you have walked. So if you make this a lot smaller and many more squares, then the roundness of the shadow will be much nicer or much smoother. So I will go with this. So click it, file, export it as FBX. Yeah, and I will put it on my desktop. I'll just call this shadow plane, export FBX. And then open up Unity and drag in the FBX file. When you click the shadow plane here that you have imported, remember to check read write enable. This has to be on, else it will not work. Now pull the plane into the scene. Oh, we need to press apply. And As you see here, I forgot to remove the camera, but you can just delete this and delete the plane, and then we have yeah, we will drag the plane out of this one and delete this one, and here we have it. Let's pull it up a bit. Just pull it just above your player, like this, and call this the shadow plane, or the fog plane, or whatever you want to call it. Then we need to create a material for it. So here we'll need to say create new material, and this, let's call it shadow. We need to do alpha. It's the alpha blended lattice shaders particles alpha blend, and here we'll make it black, and we can just bump this up. So yeah, 000255, and now put this on the shadow plane. And this one we can just see here. Let's scale it up so it fits the whole map, like this. Yeah, let's get to the script. Now create a C# script and call this shadow script. Let's open it up in Visual Studio. Yes. And let's see, here we will need a reference to the plane, so public game object called shadow plane. Then we need a reference to our player, so public transform called player. And then we will need a layer mask, so it knows what layer to choose or to render it on. So layer mask, and call this the shadow layer. And then we need a radius to how much it will reveal when you're walking around. So this will be a float, and this we will call the shadow radius, and let's set it to 5 to the let's 10 at the beginning. And then we need to calculate the radius, so private float radius circle, and this is, we need to like this, get return return, and here we need the shadow radius times shadow radius, like this. And then we need to calculate or find the mesh. So we need the private mesh, we will call this mesh, and this is the mesh that we have on the plane. We just imported from Blender. And then we need to find all the vertices that we have, and this we can do with a private vector free, and this is an array, and this will be the vertices. And then last we will need to find the color, and this one we'll just call colors, and this is array as well. So now here in the update we will need to cast it as array. So ray r is equal to our new ray, and this will be the transform dot position, and it's our player dot position minus the transform dot position. And then we need a raycast hit. Oh, I misspelled it. Raycast hit, and this will simply just call hit. And then we need to say if physics physics dot waycast, and here we'll take our R out hit and say 1000 shadow layer. Where did shadow layer with? Oh, sorry, it's because I misspelled it up here. I can see. Let's do like this, shadow layer. You probably already saw that shadow layer. And here we need the query trigger interaction dot collide. And then we need a for loop. And here we need to say and I equal to 0, and this is the vertices. Where did it go? Less than. Oh, that was. Oh, I misspelled that one as well. Sorry for that. Like this, vertices dot length I plus plus, and then in here we'll need to say vector free v is equal to our shadow plane dot transform dot transform point and vertices. What did I put? Vertices I. Good. And then we need a float distance is equal to vector free dot square magnitude, and this will be the v minus the hit dot point. And if our distance is greater than our radius circle, then we will simply say float alpha is equal to mathf dot minimum, and here we will take the colors in the I dot alpha, and then we will take our distance divided with our radius circle, and then we will set the colors I dot alpha is equal to alpha. Yes, let me check it. It's all looks fine here. Yes. Then we need to update our colors, and this we will do in a new function. So public void. No, sorry. Yes, sorry. Public void, and call this update colors. And here we'll simply say mesh dot colors is equal to colors. And so we don't forget it, then we will need to call this, and we'll need to call it here update colors. Then we need to initialize this, and this we'll do in a new function as well, and void initialize like this. Sorry, all this auto spell initialize. Yes, and in here we will say mesh is equal to our shadow plane dot get component, and here we will need to get our mesh filter and take our mesh, and then we'll need to say our vertices is equal to mesh dot vertices, and then colors is equal to a new color, and this will be the oh, I can see I've misspelled it as well. That's again, that's why I always fumble around in it. The vertex dot length here, and then we need a for loop, and in this for loop we need to say for int I equals 0, I is less than the colors dot length, and for each color, colors I is equal to color dot black. This, and then again here we need to update colors like this. I know this this one of a lot of writing, but if you just follow along, then you'll get it to work. And we of course need to call this initialize somewhere, and the best place here will be in the start function. So initialize like this. Let me check it all. I think we forgot. Hello, we got everything right. Yes, it looks good. Let's try save this and head back to Unity and see if we get any errors. Nope. Now this shadow script, attach it to your main camera. And again, my main camera is on my player. If you have it outside, it's fine as well. It should just follow the player. So let's attach it. And here you can see we need a shadow plane. This is the plane that we imported. Then we need a player. That's of course our player. Then we need a layer. And let's make that layer. So on your shadow plane, let's go to layer here and add layer, and just pick someone here and call it shadow layer. Go to your shadow plane and call it shadow layer. Now go back to your main camera, and in shadow layer pick the shadow layer, and here you need to add your radius. In the get-go we'll just pick 10. So let's see if we why are we on play mode? That's not okay. Then a lot of it was removed. Sorry for that. Let's me fast do this again. So here we go. I was accidentally in play mode. So we have the shadow plane, the FBX file that we imported. Remember that the read write enable is on. We have our player, the shadow layer, and the radius. So let's hit the play button and see if it works. Okay, and nothing happens. And why is that? Let me check. What did I forget? 2 seconds. Sorry for that. I simply just found the mistake. It was a silly one. On the shadow plane, we of course need to add a mesh collider, else don't know what to collide with. So if you add the mesh collider on the shadow plane, we should be able to hit the play button and see it work. Yeah, just like this. And while we are in game, we can try to increase it to 15 or 20 for this matter. So yeah, this is how you make a I don't know what it's called, shadow walk or something map reveal. Um, Again, if you want this much smoother, you simply just need to make a plane in your 3D program with a lot more vertices, and then it will be a lot smoother. But you can see on my screen over here to the left, and when I walk, you can see it's actually a nice. But if we go down to a lower value, you can see it is a bit what there's some sharp edges here, and this you can fix if you make yeah, more vertices. Yeah, that was what I had to show you in this tutorial. If you would like to see more videos from me, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, and see you next time.